audio not? Oh. It's on the right one, and yet there's no audio. Explain. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't working before. Late, great. Listen, the only reason why I'm late is because first I woke up at like 12, mind you. Because I was up last night battling with stomach issues. And then I started having stomach issues again when I woke up. And then once I started feeling better, Omekri was like, I was waiting for you to feel better so we could do laundry. So I had to go do that. That's why I was late. So otherwise, if she didn't say we needed to do laundry, I probably would have been here sooner. Like, I think I would have been here at like 2:30, maybe 3 instead of 4. But I just wanna, yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Oh my god, do you see this? We get romance preference? What is this? We can say romance optional? Gore descriptions. Do we get like... Give me the most gruesome details. I don't know. Do you guys want gruesome details? Because, well, they did say that the point of this is for them to make human connections and have empathy. They still get eliminated either way, I guess if they don't. So they're like, reform yourself or die, basically. But I wanted to read a little bit, because like I said, they did email me. So they said that Artificial Selection is a mystery visual novel with escape room puzzles. And it's about 14 criminals who have been sentenced to death and are trapped in an experimental rehabilitation facility. And hold on, I have to burp. Okay, and then they said your choices, well, obviously your choices will affect who dies, I guess. And and basically they said, despite the harsh premise, it's ultimately a game about empathy and human connection. And then there's like 2 different versions we can do. So they have a quick demo, which is like 30 to 60 minutes, which gives like a basic introduction. And then diving into like the first escape room. Then they have the full demo, which is like 8+ hours, which features the entire first route of the game. So, yeah, hold on, I'm on that green. Okay, good. She was just saying bye. Okay, so do you guys want to do the quick demo, or do you want to do the full thing? So basically, like I said, the quick demo, it gives you basic introduction by diving straight into the first escape room, and it's designed to be played in one sitting. Or the full demo, which features the entire first route containing 3 endings, 4 escape rooms, and tons of optional content to explore. I feel like, you know what we should do? Maybe we should do the quick one first, just to, you know, like, show off the game for the Choose Wisely. Oh my god, I completely forgot. Wait. I forgot to put the logo back. I think maybe we should do the quick first to show it off for the Choose Wisely festival, and then... Well, no, because I feel like after I go through it once, it might take me a while to want to like do it again. So maybe I should just do the full. Yeah, I'm fine with like romance playing a part in it. Dirty jokes, of course. I'm always making dirty jokes. It's the gore descriptions that I'm kind of like iffy about, because it's like I don't know exactly how gruesome they're going to get into it. But I think I could always turn it off if it gets too much. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, so... escape rooms, custom cursor... Okay... Using enough hints will prompt your partner to solve a puzzle for you. No, I don't want that. See notifications, audio cues. Show notifications for sound effects or music changes. No. No, don't do that. Don't show me if I got it right for affection. Do not do that. I like not knowing, because it makes it that much more... What's the word? I guess it basically keeps you guessing, and I like that. Wow, this is a lot. Mark scene. Ooh, I love it when games have like the mark scene text already. Like, I love that. I love when they have like the mark scene text. Because you'd be like, oh, alright, I already seen this. So you can just skip to like the content that you haven't seen. I click the continue icon. I mean, I guess text effects are fine. Narration is colored based on the current character's perspective. I guess. Yeah. Actually, no. Okay. This is just a settings, guys. Oh my god. Let's see. Visual effects, okay. So there are going to be visual effects like flashes, jumps, or the shaking screen. So prepare for flashbangs. You know what? Yeah. Time choices is good. Oh, they do have it. Oh, so you can use a controller with this game. Okay. Good to know. Alright, and then the content. Oh my god, there's cheats. Okay, so warnings. Display warnings for potentially upsetting content. Great. Okay, because the thing is like... Oh, mentions? Oh, if it's just like descriptions, then it's fine. No, that's fine. 'Cause I'm just trying to think, like, when they say like instances, do they mean like they actually like show it? Right, because this one just says like descriptions of death, so. Okay, I think that's good. I think we're good with these. Oh. It says recommended the full demo. So you know what? If it's recommended, we might as well just do it then. I have no idea. This is the English. Because they made it seem like perspectives are gonna like change like the entire time. So I'm guessing sorry, I'm just like trying to close everything that's in the background. I'm guessing there's going to be different main characters? I don't know how to explain it. So like I'm guessing this is Divin? Looks like it. Okay, so this is the person we are. My best friend's voice snaps me away from my phone. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What did you say? Bro, you don't need my opinion on what scarf to buy, just buy a damn scarf. Although it's difficult to imagine, both of them look even worse than the description suggests. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think of like a scarf with pearl accents. Cause like if they're doing it like this way, that looks horrible. Whereas compared to if it was like just on like the edges of the scarf, then okay, maybe that actually looked kind of nice, but and usually like feather scarves, we call them like boas. And those are usually like either for like silly parties or if you're doing like haute couture. That's not everyday. Why can't you just get a normal scarf? How about something a little less adventurous? Actually, there are plenty of normal scarves all around us. Divin just happens to have tunnel vision that only processes the worst clothing imaginable. I can tell. I can tell. What about this one? I point at an inoffensive navy blue scarf, trying to divert my friend's attention from all other tasteless pieces of fabric. After grabbing Divin by his shoulders, we're both standing in front of it. Not at all. Doesn't it look really comfortable? And the color complements your sweater so well. Please, at least try it on. Says the person who wants help picking out a scarf? Don't ask me for help if you're not gonna take my opinion into account. He wraps a scarf loosely around his neck, not looking very happy about it. It looks good on you. He proudly turns around and looks at himself in the mirror, suddenly convinced this is the best scarf of all time. As if remote controlled, he heads to the self-checkout machine and comes back with the scarf being officially his. It's kinda scary how one compliment can make him lose his free will. Elisa acted with his best interests in mind. And I'm grateful I could spare the world from another fashion disaster. How would you pronounce that? Gene? It's like, you know, like sometimes people spell Anne with like A-N-N-E. Is this kind of thing? Gen? I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to check out the boutique. It's right around the corner. You said you knew a lot about flower language, so can you help me pick out the right ones? We stroll further along the mall and arrive at an open greenhouse-like section. Most of the decorative plants on display are also for sale. I mean, what is Gen to us? Something that says I'm still thinking about her, and that I cherish the time we had together. Oh, is she an ex? Man, get over her. I mean, it's only been like a few days since you broke up, then never mind. Take all the time you need. He politely calls out to the nearest human employee, which implies that there are non-human employees around. Okay. Should I be concerned? That's something to worry about? And ask where we could find those specific flowers. The employee chuckles. Coincidentally, the two flower types could be found right next to each other. After showing us the way, the employee leaves with a wink. Divin, those flowers don't have a dirty meaning or anything, right? On a reputable website, okay. Yeah, I don't know about that one. The orange lilies are beautiful, but the other ones are more cute, so I think she'd prefer those. Without waiting for my answer, he skillfully combines the flowers into a mesmerizing bouquet of white, yellow, and orange. That's really pretty. Let's go with these. Our light-hearted conversation is interrupted by the confused shriek of a teenage girl. We both turn around, curious about what's going on. Near the shop's entrance, we spot a high schooler grappling with a young man. Normally, you would immediately call the police upon seeing such a thing. But the police is already here. Namely, the young man trying to restrain her is a policeman. Was she caught trying to steal flowers or something? Before the girl could cause any more of a commotion, the policeman finally put her to sleep. As her body loses its strength, the policeman barely manages to catch her in his arms. Once he successfully shifts her weight in a way that's manageable to carry, he heads towards the mall's exit. He nods apologetically towards the employee from earlier before disappearing down the escalator. Who? The policeman? Oh, you're right. Either way, I wish him good luck. What do you think the girl did? I mean, are you like curious? Guess not, but I'm still curious. I never witnessed an arrest before. I could never. Does he have more important things to do? Uh-oh. I gotta sneeze. Ah! I hate sneezing. Divot! After catching up to my friend and stopping him from bothering a police officer, we change course towards today's main event. The sun has already begun to set, but we're finally standing in front of Gen's grave. I'm just gonna go with Gen. Okay, so apparently Gen is dead. Well, sensing our presence, the grave's built-in screen activates, showing her face, full name, and life dates. Hey yo, what? Okay, how far advanced are they with tech that they have gravestones that automatically sense who's coming to visit? Gen Conby. July 24th, 2097 to January 13th, 2116. Somebody do the math, because I'm not feeling it right now. That last number should have been different. I never would have expected her to leave me so soon. But I didn't come here to pity myself. At least not exclusively. After placing the flowers, David and I stand in silence for a while. Say, do you know what you want to do after graduation? I never had one of those enlightening moments where I suddenly knew what I wanted to do. I don't have any dreams or goals or talents. When Gen and I started dating. Okay, so that- wait. I was like, oh, it's his sister. Nope. Okay, fine. Okay, okay. So, okay, it is his ex, okay. Okay. I understand now. Plot acquired. When Gen and I started dating, I finally had some vague idea of what my future could look like. But now I'm completely lost again. Man, the fact that you're basing your future on the fact on just your partner only is kinda not good. That's like the nicest way I could put it. So we'd be co-workers then. It takes me a few seconds to process his words. I can genuinely see that. You're good at talking to people and figuring things out. Definitely. If by some miracle you end up interrogating Gen's murderer, let me know. Oh, she was murdered? Okay. that changes everything. I thought, you know, maybe it was an accident. She had an illness and died. No, she was just straight up murdered. Okay. Okay. I am so sorry. Okay, so everybody thinks it's an accident, but he believes she was murdered. Okay. Well... you can be a nice person, right? But there'll always be people who don't like you, despite how nice you are. And I'm pretty sure it was probably like something absolutely fucking stupid. Like there was this guy who really liked her, but was clearly not okay. She turned him down. Bro was like, okay, fuck it. I can't have you, no one can. I feel like I've been saying that so much these days. If I can't have you, no one can. Oh my god. What has the world come to? Oh, goodness. Maybe it was that serial killer who was all over the news. Didn't she only target rich girls her own age? Wait. What? I'm learning so much about Gen that I have about these two combined. Okay. So Gen was a rich girl who Seiba was dating. And everybody thinks it was an accident, but Seiba believes she was murdered by the serial killer. Okay. That is actually a fair question, though. Like, would you really have preferred if she was killed by a murderer rather than her dying by accident? I don't know. I just wish there was at least a reason for it. But that's the thing with accidents. There is no reason. It just happens. Myself or the universe? I mean... What even happened? Like, if I knew what happened to her, it would help me in making my decision, because, like, if you happen to step out into the street and get hit, then it's like, okay, you can't really blame yourself for that. But if it was like, you knew where she was going, and you could have stopped her from going there, then it's like, okay, then yeah, I can see you blaming yourself for that. So it just really depends on what happened. I hate making choices with like so little context. It drives me up a fucking wall. Alright, well fine. We'll just blame myself because it's like since no killer was found to be responsible, part of me keeps thinking that it was my fault. None of it would have happened if she hadn't prepared anything for our anniversary. Okay, so it's happening on anniversary day? If we had never started dating, she would still be alive. Alright, now you're kinda... okay. Okay, but see, if you're gonna think that way, think of it this way then. Sure, what if you didn't date? Yeah, she'd probably be alive. But maybe she could have died like the next day. Because she didn't meet you. You don't... That's the thing, life is just never certain. You just don't know what's gonna happen. You can't just sit there and blame yourself or anybody else for the things that happen. Especially things that happen suddenly. Thank you. See, Divin gets it. Right? Bro gets it. No, no, no. Sure, it didn't help, but sometimes you gotta give people a wake-up call. You're right. I know I need to move on eventually, but it's hard. Thank you, Divin, and sorry for whining at you like that. He smells at me reassuringly and pats my back. Sure, see you tomorrow. After paying my respects again, one more time, I head home as well. During my bus ride, the sky gradually turns darker. It's entirely red and purple once I arrive at our apartment. Looks like Mom isn't here. She must have left for work a few minutes before I came home. I'll warm up some leftovers and sit down next to the window, looking over the streets. My grandma grew up in this apartment, yet according to her, the view barely changed in the past 100 years. It's not because our city couldn't afford architectural innovation or anything like that. Landowners simply didn't want their properties to lose value due to having a skyscraper planted in front of them. After all, the view was the main reason they could ask for so much money. Yet, even now that landowners aren't a thing anymore, we're still clinging to that tradition. There's not a single extraordinarily tall or extravagant building around. And while I can appreciate other cities' modern architecture, I don't miss it either. We have lots of different things to boast about. We have excellent healthcare and public transport, and our education system is ahead of the game. Most importantly, our way of dealing with crime is probably the best in the whole world. There's no mercy for bad people, but as long as you're a good person, the government is generous and takes excellent care of you. It's a beautiful system that makes sure everyone does their part. Still, I can't understand why we're the only country who does it that way, though. Oh. The sound of metal scraping against porcelain snaps me out of my thoughts. I finished my dinner without realizing it. After cleaning up the dishes and standing alone in the kitchen for a few seconds too long, I start to feel a little lonely. Is this how Mom feels every night? I leave a nice little note for her before heading to the bathroom and brushing my teeth. Finally done with everything important, I stop by the aquarium in the corner of my room. Oh my gosh, look at the fish! Hey there, little guy. My mom was against me having a real pet, so I ended up with a robot piranha. His name is Ira. In the past, it was fun to scare Mom's guests by putting my hands in the aquarium. They always completely freaked out before discovering Ira is artificial. He's very dear to me, even if he doesn't have a soul or anything. I pull back my sleeve and reach into the water to scratch his little head. As a response, the red color of his belly intensifies. Oh, Ira, are you blushing? His lifeless stare doesn't make him look very amused. Maybe a real pet would be nice after all. Enough distractions, it's time to go to bed. I unhook my sleep mask and turn on my... Dreamani? The name already explains what it does. It's a device that can manipulate your dreams. With the press of a button, you can make sure you won't have nightmares and wake up refreshed. Can I get one of those? Because if I had one of those, then I can play all the horror games I want. It was originally designed for stressed office workers, but unsurprisingly, it didn't take long for it to become mainstream. It's been a bit chilly this week, so I feel like escaping that for tonight. I'll set it to beach. I pull the wireless sleep mask over my eyes and think back to the conversation I had with Devin. An interrogator, huh? His cute exterior hides a surprisingly tough guy. Basically, he's a bro. You could have at least tried to like put him up. The bro was like, nope, he's a total weakling. But psychologically, he's one of the strongest people I know. I would never be able to work with criminals. Even if their bodies were restrained, their words could still reach me. I'm very impressionable, so after spending enough time with them, I'd probably end up becoming a criminal myself. Steven is different though. They wouldn't get to him. No, he would be getting to them. By digging up important evidence, he will save countless lives in the future. I wonder if I'll ever do something equally meaningful. Before I can think of a career that could suit me, I drift off to sleep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, what? If you had any kind of moral compass, you wouldn't have killed someone. Agree to disagree. What do you mean? What do you mean agree to disagree? Okay, I mean, yeah, true. It's like we already got somebody who confessed. We're not gonna bother trying looking deeper into it because we already got the case closed. Oh, wait, I already am. Since we don't have anything to lose. I mean, other than your life. Okay. Huh? Feeling that something is very wrong, I sit up in my bed and look around my room. It seems my instincts were right. I'm not in my bed and this definitely isn't my room. Where the hell am I? How did I get here? Did I crash at a random stranger's house? No, I didn't go partying last night. In fact, I never do. Then where else could I be? Suddenly the bed doesn't feel comfortable anymore. I stand up, examining my surroundings in order to find answers. Maybe I passed out in the street, and a kind passerby carried me to their place? But judging by the lack of personal belongings lying about, nobody seems to be living here. It looks like a hotel room. Then what the hell is going on? Is this a dream? Am I still asleep? As I draw my hands toward my face, I notice they are shaking. Don't worry, this will all be over soon. The Dreamani is just being buggears of fake. Take a deep breath and pinch my cheeks. Nothing happens. Okay. I've never actually done that in a dream before, so I should have seen that coming. But just because I'm awake doesn't mean I have to face reality. Okay. You do that, honey. No matter how I ended up here, it's time for me to leave. If the one who brought me here didn't even bother to leave a note, then I'm under no obligation to excuse myself, right? I can just walk out of here. I head to the door next to the bed and grip the handle, but I can't even push it down completely. It's locked. That can't be good. Huh? Out of nowhere, the TV lights up. There, with bright big letters, the screen unmistakably reads, Raseva. How do they know my name? I mentally slapped myself for being so paranoid. The answer is obvious. One who found me probably checked my wallet and found my ID on the way. Thinking about my wallet made an entirely different fear well up inside me. Jacket feels suspiciously non-heavy. Check my pockets to investigate further. Not only my wallet, but my keys, my phone, and even my paper tissues, both used and unused, are missing. They took used tissues? Okay. Hold on, what? As I look down at my chest, something entirely different catches my attention. Why on earth am I wearing all this? Where are my PJs? My kidnapper changed my clothes while I was unconscious? For what possible reason? This is actually a fair question, actually. A fair question. My brain is tired of cooking up answers. It's confused, creeped out, and feeling utterly defeated. Can someone just tell me what's going on? I gaze just back to the TV screen. Of course. The Forseva doesn't feel threatening anymore. In fact, it now has a calming effect. I just have to watch this and everything will make sense. I gently tap the screen. Okay. Tristitia? What? Tristitia? That's a name? That is quite a name. Her hair looks like bamboo shoots, actually. Like, you know how, like, in, like, farming games or whatever, they sometimes, like, have bamboo shoots? That's kind of what it looks like. Dead? Rat? Huh? It is, actually. I can confirm it is fun. As long as you like the people that you're with, though. Like, if you're doing an escape room with somebody you don't like, it's probably not going to be a great time. So, are you gonna explain how this works? Or are you guys gonna keep talking about butts? Did he see asterisk? Yeah. No. I want you to keep explaining what the fuck is going on. Escape the bedroom. Screen turns black. Don't worry, bro. I understand. I understand completely. That was something. That's all I can say. That was something, because it was something. Not what I expected at all. I'm speechless. My previous theory can't even begin to explain what I just watched. Can't. Just a prank? Social experiment? Am I on some foreign reality TV show? How could anyone gain from something like this? I just want to go home. Suddenly the door next to my bed cracks open a bit. I cautiously step away. Right, they said my sin mate would be in that room. An individual who committed the sin of wrath. Does that mean they're a violent person? Are they going to attack me? At last, the door fully opens and a jarringly relaxed girl pops inside. Huh? She has the body language of a drunk person, but her face indicates she's sober. She doesn't seem like a threat, but all of my brain cells are screaming that I don't have the energy to deal with someone like her, and that I need to get out of here. But my mouth starts moving before my feet. We know each other? So you're... Farah. Farah nods. Okay, so we can communicate. Maybe she can help me figure out the situation. Do you know why you're here? But Farah only gulps and stares at me blankly. I'm sorry, but I don't have time to beat around the bush. No? Admirably chipper, even. Then, do you know where we are? Then why do you seem so relaxed? Just point, but It's impossible to actually internalize that mindset in a situation like this. A companion who is just like you. Very funny. Right, but shouldn't we first try finding an exit? Oh. That too, but I'm escaping this building as a whole. Of course! Every building has an exit, and I don't want to stay here even a second longer. In fact, this is outrageous. How dare they do this to us? She said, "You want to speak to the manager?" I'm not joking. Why should we put up with this? Contrary to her initial cheerfulness, Pharaoh's manner of speaking has become diplomatic and cold. How could I be so thoughtless? Our kidnappers represent a huge threat, and they shouldn't be taken lightly. Pharaoh is probably scared of the situation after all. She gave her a reassuring smile. Yeah, I don't see. Oh. Bro is so awkward. Face? That's me smiling. Can we focus on getting out of here instead? I'll just say I have no idea what to do, because... Well, yes, I do. Because, I mean, technically, Dreambound basically had, like, an escape room portion. But, obviously, people do escape rooms differently. So, well, yes, I do have experience with doing escape rooms in visual novels. Doesn't always mean it's going to translate over to a different game. Okay. So it is like literally like a legit escape room. No. That wasn't an in-depth explanation at all, but I can't bring myself to complain when she looks so excited. Oh, I thought I could like zoom in. The flower? Isn't that the door you came in through? Okay, so she has a red flower. And another flower for our collection. Oh, it doesn't look kind of like a battery. Think so? Why does only video game stuff come to your mind? You need to take this seriously. Although a progress bar doesn't sound that unrealistic. It just hit me, but don't you think your plant looks kind of naked? It's not what I... Mine's the same. She pets her plant sleeve, as if comforting a frightened animal. Guess I'll leave this one to her then. Okay. Farah dramatically plops herself on the seat. stands back up again. What is this? Afera steps in front of the painting and rubs her chin deep in thought. Oh, I see. Have to make it look like that, I suppose. What does? Why I never went to art school. Felt, honestly. Oh, ads in a minute. Don't you think half of it looks jumbled? For example, if you imagine that part next to this one, the edges would line up. Yeah, I'll give it a try. No, that definitely goes there. There we go. You may say it like that, but I think you just want to be helpful. Despite her words, she leaves the room with a big grin on her face. Shortly after, an electronic sound can be heard and Afera comes back. That takes care of the paintings. Okay, wow, very mature. Suddenly I understand why she was so defensive before. Oh, really? What do you think we should do about them? Oh, I just have to put it on it? Oh, okay. I place a flower on one of the leaves. It slots itself perfectly into the indentation as if attracted by a magnetic force. I guess this confirms the flowers have something to do with the plants. Okay. And you think that could be important? Oh, you're right. Your blanket is more bluish than mine. Oh, that's locked. This locked? Okay. Hey, just making sure. Try opening the drawer, but it won't budge. Is it just me or is this seat kind of wobbly? Did you actually write a guide like that? Not really. Hey look, there was something under my blanket. It's another flower, I'll bring it along. Huh. Your blanket has a different color on the inside. I think we should try swapping our blankets. That way mine would be bluish and yours would be reddish. Traditionally gendered colors or something. A fair demonstratively clears her throat. No wait, demonstratively. Ugh, English. What? No! I would never want something like that. Flipping your blanket. We both grab one end of the blanket and flip it over together. As soon as it's in place, a jingle can be heard. A pattern for what? Oh, I see. We both need to be... Does that bother you? I personally think symmetry is a nice thing. Why would we be wearing prison uniforms? Okay, I see. So that's the way the chair needs to be. This one's wobbly too. No, I don't even have a remote idea what that means. Right as I let go of the seat, a jingle resounds. Try turning the seat again, but this time I won't budge. Okay. Okay, go ahead. How was I supposed to know what you were going for? But if that's what it was, that's pretty cool. This one won't win either. Okay, yeah, correct flower and the correct indentation. Almost makes it sound fun, I'll give her that. Is it by how many? Oh, the TV can help, thank you. Okay. So this goes on top. This goes in the middle. This goes on the bottom. Seems to have something to do with the flowers in here. And something else? What strange symbols? So top, middle, bottom. Gotcha. Okay, let me look at it again. So we're looking at it from this perspective. Okay, my fault. This goes here, this goes here. She takes 3 additional flowers she's apparently been hoarding out of her pockets and disappears to the door. It comes back after a ridiculously short amount of time. Whoa, that truly was just a sec. How'd you do that? Hey, don't get used to it. Farah and I turn around to face my TV. No? Part nervous, part excited, Farah opens the door and steps outside. I follow closely behind. So, there's wrath, there's gluttony, there's greed, there's envy, there's pride, there's sloth, and there's... Oh, lust. Lust! Sorry, I just realized. Lust! Oh no! Don't tell me we're gonna have... You know what I'm talking about. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some water real quick. We good. But yeah, I was like, they're all criminals. And their crimes are based on the sins. Oh, putting criminal together with lust, and you kind of get, you know. Mere seconds after stepping out into the dimly lit hallway, a young man calls out to us. Confused, Farah and I stop dead in our tracks. He reminds me of Rantaro. I'm sorry. Like I said, every time I think of Rantaro, I can't help but laugh. Like, if you play Dangan Killing Harmony, you'll understand why. This man, it's so... Oh man. Okay, I'm good. Apparently, that wasn't to the man's liking. We cast a glance behind us. Indeed, the heavy metal plate shut on its own. Now that he mentions it, the entire hallway is lined with doors identical to ours. While the fashionable man's attitude is reigniting my anxiety, Farah remains unimpressed. Well, him I can see it. Him I can definitely see it. You, it's kind of like, okay, maybe it's something a little different. I mean, hey, maybe you did. I know you did. I mean... But there's no guarantee, is there? It's possible we're trapped in here with all sorts of dangerous individuals. Just like Farah, these two are acting way too relaxed. It's time we discuss some real questions. Those others, Do any of them remember what brought them here? Forrest and Ashore exchange surprised glances, then laugh. Me neither. The last thing I can clearly remember is just a normal, uneventful day. I hung out in my room the whole time. Aegis organization? I love how that's her first thought, that she doesn't want to turn against Ashore instead of there's rich people making us fight to the death kind of thing. Like, he literally just said, what if it's all some spectacle for people to better our lives? And her first thought is, oh, I don't want to turn on you. Not the fact that it could be a possibility. I don't know when I started shaking again, but the current topic definitely didn't help. I never dealt with a situation like this before. I was never confronted with so much uncertainty and fear. The past 19 years I've been an upstanding citizen and got to live a peaceful life in return. I followed every law, every rule, every social convention. So why is this happening to me? And for some reason, the others seem to have adapted already. They're just accepting the situation how it is, without so much as a complaint. What's up with that? Do they have nerves of steel, or am I seriously the one who's overreacting? Suddenly, I noticed something nudging my arm. I'm snapped out of my thoughts and the shaking stops. After casting one more cautious glance at me, Vera lets go for me. Nope, let's go of me. Let's go for me. Ah! Nice. What is your weight? Why do people care about their weight so much? It's like, you weigh how you weigh, man. Sorry, I just personally don't understand why people care so much about their weight and shit like that. It's like, man, can't you just be happy that you have a healthy, functioning body? Forrest peers at Farah and me, her eyes wandering between our hands and our pockets. She gently boxes her own skull. Oh, okay. Without waiting for us to accept her offer, she grasps my hand and studies it for a second. Then she places her device in my palm and clasps my fingers on top of it. Are you sure? Farah and I continue along the hallway. What? While absent-mindedly engaging with Farah, my primary focus is elsewhere. Yeah? To make sure that they were really... What? To make sure that they really are locked, I checked the handle of every door we pass. Okay. It's not that I don't believe those two, but verifying the doors are locked myself is the only way I can stop hoping they made a mistake. What isn't worrying me? Maybe let's start with the fact that we're dealing with a terrifying underground organization? Even though it's hard to believe something of this scale went unnoticed by the government. Still, my goal happens to be getting the hell out of here. Why is no one else taking this seriously? Huh? You're thinking the police is involved? But why would they do this to innocent civilians? What did you do? Well, I've been thinking about it, and maybe it's the fact that I've been wasting my time. I graduated high school a few weeks ago and haven't even looked into what I want to do next. I mean, I'm not sure what the latest guidelines are. It's possible they voted on it, made conditions more strict, and I neglected to keep up with the news. And if that was my fate, I'd accept it. But then why am I still alive? Shouldn't they just kill me? All this is way too fishy. What if this is the work of a group of evil rich people after all? I don't want to die! Of course. That's what it means to be an upstanding citizen. Society would be better off without me. That's what I'd like to know. How can you be so cheerful about this? We can still die! Really? They threw in her for being a bully? I thought they were all criminals. Am I wrong here? Did I read wrong? Sorry, I just want to look. Sorry, I was looking at the Steam page for information. And in the description part, one of the bullet points is, there are 14 hot singles in your confined area. Ah, God. Alright, so nothing here then. I mean, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't call them criminals. For nothing. So maybe when she bullied somebody, she actually ended up killing them. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Maybe that could be it. Or maybe she was cyberbullying somebody, which drove them to suicide. Dang, girl, why would you do that? Ooh. Despite being called a dumbass, I can't help but smile. Your bully is Shelly. I nod. We keep walking along the corridor until we reach a big hall with more doors. There are two cozy corners, each each consisting of a coffee table surrounded by couches. Team Lust is hanging out across the hall, presumably trying to pass the time while everyone finishes up the current task. I think it's a good idea if we don't take Forrest's generosity for granted. Let's find our DAs as soon as possible so we can give this one back to her. I'd still argue the exit matters a whole lot. Farah points at the second batch of couches in the opposite corner of the hall. Good idea. Maybe one was hidden under the pillows or something. Farah and I get to work. I check every crevice of the couches while Farah inspects all surfaces around the coffee table. But there's no sign of an electronic device anywhere. A girl exclaims while walking down the stairs. Shortly after, she and her partner are standing in front of us. How much you want to bet they're gluttony? She hastily pulls a DA out of her pocket and nearly drops it in the process. For a minute, I thought she said Steve. I thought she called Save a Steve. I was like, what? When did his name become Steve? Oh, Sloth? I mean, hey, I was kinda close. I was kinda close. I feel like Gluttony and Sloth are kinda similar in a way. Kinda. Well, no, I guess people would say Gluttony and Greed would be kinda the same. Okay, fair enough, yeah. Kanori glances at Absent for a second before rephrasing. Sorry, we don't have any. In response, Absent lets out a loud whine and throws himself back onto the couch. Wow, who would have guessed? Finally seeming somewhat relaxed around us, Kanori primps her hair in order to draw our attention to it. So that's why there's that black stuff. I thought that was an astute observation, but for some reason, Farah gives me the stink eye. It manages to restore the smile on Kanori's face. Me? I really wish I was at home right now. And like my grandma. Immediately Absent perks up again. This guy is very... how to put it? Proud. And normally that's not a bad thing. But on him... jeez. Sensing that this conversation isn't going anywhere, Hinori pats Absent on the back. Once we arrive on the upper floor, I immediately feel drawn towards the windows. World outside? Nope, the outside world is right there. Normally, I would never vandalize something, but do you think there's a legal way to smash these windows? What do you mean, legal? There is no legal way. What do you mean? Then we'd be free. It's dark. Also, you wear glasses, so I'm not sure. Excuse me? Are you trying to say people who wear glasses are just completely blind all of a sudden? Sorry. I take offense, man. I appreciate your concern, but shouldn't we at least try to consider the most obvious way out? Is she really that worried? If me being near the glass makes her this nervous, maybe I should try something else. Shouldn't we at least place the message against the window so when someone sees it from outside, they'll call for help? Maybe we can look that up on the map. Farah and I head towards the dining table. As Kanori indicated, there's a QR code sticker on it. I didn't even realize this thing had a camera. Here goes. Upon scanning it, a map is displayed on the screen. I don't know. It looks pretty convenient. It's even showing our current location. Would you look at that? Pride's here. That offensive creature is kind of crazy to say to somebody. Hey, Afera, why don't we have a lot more people to talk to? I was right, Team Pride. Team Pride immediately resumes its bickering. Storage? As we're entering the storage room, I trip over something. Ugh! humiliated and annoyed. Make up what caused me to embarrass myself. It's an empty cola bottle with small text reading caffeine free. Put it back on one of the shelves. What other teams have we ran into yet? Gluttony, greed. Wait, we met lust, pride, sloth. And then we're wrath. So that means we haven't run into greed, gluttony. What was the other sin again? Why can't I remember all the goddamn sins? Lust, pride, sloth, wrath, greed, gluttony. I'll find out. Are you all on your own? His name is Devin? Our eyes meet, and it's as if time stopped. Steven and I simply stare at each other without saying a word. He is the first to take the initiative by shooting me a serious glare and lightly shaking his head. What's his deal? Is it now the time for a big heartwarming reunion? I was about to say some choice words. What is the other sin? Wrath, pride, lust, sloth, gluttony, greed. Was it pride? Did I not say pride? I don't know, man. This guy is your best friend! Why is he acting like he's never met me before? Maybe I'm hallucinating a different face onto a random stranger. Maybe he really isn't the Devin I know. Okay, nope, that's a very Devin joke to make, and I'm the only one who's laughing. But what is he doing here? Now he's looking at me again. It's his "don't worry, I got this" face. What does he got? Is he expecting me to play along and pretend I don't know him? That's a relief. So, is there anything else in here? Miss timidly waves at us before we step back outside. Kitchen! Oh, we found the gluttons. Nice. And why? You know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. That question wasn't actually directed at us. Zed looks at his sister who nods upon confirming the information with her DA. Farah and I shoot each other a worried glance. Better throw her under the bus now than regret not having done so later. Alright, Farah's a bully. What the hell is that supposed to mean? So to verify its thickness, Rhaera grasps the hem of my coat. Just as quickly as she slid closer, she lets go again. The twins already slipped away. Yeah, it's shocking how impolite they were. You're right. I'm pretty comfortable wearing my coat, so they must be freezing. I really would have expected wealthy people to be able to afford more clothes. No, I'm talking about the fact that they're siblings. Small woman dramatically twirls around, then pushes her own DA in front of our faces. The screen is set to show her own profile. Apparently her name is Ima. Oh, we met the greedy folk. Kaiden chuckles lightly, but immediately stops as Ima's glare catches his eyes. Girl, there's nothing wrong with being short. Half. Not all. Half. Keyword half. Is there anything else that's noteworthy about this corner? Any DAs lying around, maybe? Oh my god, stop. She's going to... The naughty corner? What? With that, Kaiden turns his back to us and actually stands in the corner of the shelves. Despite their bickering, I sense no hostility behind it all. Well, behind it at all. They seem more like old friends with loose boundaries. I turn around to verify that, yes, those two things are there, but nope, neither is turned on. I comply, reaching into my pocket to hand her the device. My fingers only brush against fabric. What the? Confused, I check the left side and finally the pockets of my pants. All of them are completely empty. Are you pulling a prank on me? Did you already take it earlier without me noticing? Then where did it go? Horace is going to be so mad. No, I just don't like losing stuff that someone else entrusted to me. I guess so, but wouldn't we have heard a thump or something? Besides, I'm usually very careful. I'm starting to see the whole bully thing more and more. Storage, maybe? Wait, actually, could it be I lost it in the storage room when I tripped? We step into the storage room and to our surprise, there is a DA on one of the shelves. We step closer to the shelf to get our DA back. But way in the back of the storage room we spot Tiss all by herself. And she's dancing? She skillfully follows some kind of dance routine. Choreography she's clearly practiced a lot. Her twirls, hops, and arm movements all seem to follow a rhythm we can't hear. Should we leave her be? She's so focused right now. I should just pick up our DA and... Tiss's eyes shoot open. She immediately stops dancing and rushes toward our device. Oh, sorry. She plucks it out of my hand before I can even fully let go. Dancing? I didn't see any dancing. I wasn't stealing anything. Why did you just leave it there? She ruffles up her skirt. I quickly scan the floor to make sure we're not missing anything, but there's no other DA to be seen. And why was she alone? Where did Devon go? I was hoping to talk to him. Farah and I step outside again, DA-less. The last place where I'm 100% sure I still had the DA was when we scanned the QR code on the dining table. Turns out that Loy and Maisel moved on, allowing the dining area to be occupied by Team Lust instead. Is that allowed? What made you think that's okay? Is that even allowed in here? But you still shouldn't... Isn't that common sense? All I'm frustrated about is the fact that I've been here. You was just kidding? Who jokes about something like that? Of course, we couldn't possibly accept any more of your help. Right. When people say there's no catch, it's like... So there is a catch then. Farah heads for the TV, then turns around again midway to verify something. Reasonably okay with that arrangement, we focus our attention on the fireplace. Indeed, there is a DA inside of it. It's propped up against the side, making it hard to see unless one approaches it from the right angle. But right as Farah is about to reach down for it, out of nowhere, Rayra dives into the fireplace and snatches the device away. She confidently spins the DA around in her hand. Fine, whatever. As much as I hate to admit it, they didn't do anything wrong. They got here first, and that's all there is to it. Fine, I guess you can have it. Farah, let's go looking somewhere else. Our squabble is interrupted when a familiar voice resounds from above. Pretending like nothing happened, Ted picks up Rayra from the floor and dotingly brushes off her shirt. Everyone else gathers around shortly after, and the twins use this opportunity to put some space between us. Leaving no room for Farah or me to object, the instructor's presentation starts playing. Wait, I thought this was a recording, so we can directly communicate with them. Meanwhile, I was just robbed a minute ago. The final slap in the face, the TV shuts off. Farah digs her nails into her fist before sighing and slowly regaining her cool. Oh, that's in a minute. Initially, nobody knows what to say, but Maisel soon breaks the silence. Maisel glances at the tall man, waiting for him to corroborate her statement. A device that can essentially read someone's mind just by being looked at. As fantastical as that sounds, my experience matches theirs. Back when Forrest gave us her DA, the menu also didn't show everyone, even though she had already completed her task. No one new speaks up. Apparently, not everyone agrees that the current situation is a problem. The pharaoh is struck speechless by that inconsiderate remark. The whole discussion is partially about me, so it's probably about time I say something. I mean, you don't have to. You really do not have to say anything. I don't even know what this means. Pick a statement to weaponize or deny. I mean, hey, at least they explain it. I mean, you don't know that. Then he could also argue, but yeah, since we don't know, you might be fine. You like, really want to take a gamble? I don't think it's about us being in mortal danger, and rather about us getting equal treatment. She said you have friends. Epson collegially pats Floyd's shoulder, but the hooded man immediately winds himself free from the physical contact. She said, of course you can't understand something simple. Tentatively, Ima raises her hand and quickly brings up her point upon realizing that there isn't a moderator. Although the twins largely kept in the background until now, Rhaera enters the conversation with a sadistic glint in her eyes. Is that an admission? She's saying that she has more than one DA? I still carry a bit of a grudge for what she did earlier, so humbling her does sound pretty appealing right now. What does this mean? Silence. What does silence mean? No. I better sit this one out. I shouldn't accuse someone if I don't have any evidence. Exactly. May I? We don't know. This is bad. Should I push back after all? I was willing to let her comment earlier slide. If she's actively discrediting us, I have to defend myself. Fortunately, I just thought of something. Hold on, Reira. You said you overheard us talking to Team Lust, right? Then you also heard when Ashore told us where the DA is. He only found the DA in the fireplace thanks to his advice. She's really running with the story that she only has one DA, but somehow I just know that's not true. I don't know, is there? Man, I don't know. I'm too dumb for this right now. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I have no idea what's going on right now. What do they mean? Huh? I'm very confused. I have no idea what's going on. Huh? I'm so confused. Oh. That's right. She did have a DA, didn't she? Actually, I know for certain that you already had a DA before the one in the fireplace. Back in the kitchen when Farah and I first met you, you literally had one in your hand. I saw it. That should have been an excellent, irrefutable argument, but Reira's look only conveyed some mix of pity and annoyance. Damn it, I really thought I got her with that. I don't know. I don't know! I really don't know. I'm so confused. Even though it might not be tempting, you should give us your spare right now. I understand that it feels like it's way too late to give up now, but your reputation can only improve if you admit to it sooner rather than later. I'm not- oh, come on. I don't know, man. What do you expect me to do? You're right, it really was very kind of Forrest to give us a DA when she first met us. And I'd be willing to call you an equally wonderful person if you gave us the spare DA you have. Slowly but surely, everyone else also starts turning away. They've lost interest in what we have to say. Farah and I are unable to convince them to listen to us any longer, and they make their way downstairs, ensuring that the DAs remain out of our grasp. Frustrated, we surrender to our fates and decide to sleep on the couches in the main hall. Farah makes the best of the situation and considers it a sleepover. She engages in a mostly one-sided conversation before finally falling asleep. Only much later do we realize that our failure today proved to be fatal. Man, like I said, I don't know. Fine, since we did silence last time. It has to be you. You already snatched one away right from under our noses, so I wouldn't be surprised if you were also a hoarder. She demonstratively airs out her shirt and pats down her shorts. Is she serious? No, I can't let her have her way like that. Why would you even need 2 DAs to begin with? You're hurting Farah and I far more than it's benefiting you. I guess no you is a strategy too. Because I've pretty much done everything at this point. That's it, you stole our DA, didn't you? No, that's not what I meant. I'm talking about the DA we thought we lost. It was actually stolen by you. Completely unfazed, Ferreira offers me another challenge. I always thought it was weird how I was supposed to have neither seen nor heard that I dropped something. On top of that, my jacket's pockets are pretty deep, so I don't understand how it could have just fallen out of there. But if you pickpocketed me, that would solve all of those mysteries at once. No, I kept a modest distance between myself and everyone we met. That is everyone except for you. You grabbed my coat to figure out how warm it is, but now I realize that was just a diversion to snatch our DA. Right as my nerves hit their limit, Ferris decides to step in. Calm yet forceful, Farah stands her ground. This time even Set decides to get involved. But Rayra immediately cuts him off. Like sharks, the rest of the group closes in on Reira. They inch closer and closer, waiting for her to finally surrender her device. But when someone reaches out their hand towards his sister, Zed finally snaps. Full of determination, he steps in front of Reira. Frantically, Zed exposes the pockets of his cape, and a total of 4 DA stumble to the ground. Dismissing her brother's statement, Reira addresses the rest of us. Seemingly on the verge of tears, Zed renders himself submissive and hands Ephera and I our devices. Without waiting for Ephera's approval, Reira storms off downstairs. After bowing apologetically, Zed leaves as well. Tis tries to stifle a yawn, but it slips out anyway. Sorry, I was talking to Mama Ikari. No you. No you. You're the one who should get over it. Shouldn't you be happy someone else understands how you feel? Briefly squinting, your eyes open again, Tis looks at Kaiden in confusion. We do? Curious, I pulled out my device, and most of the others do the same. Exhausted to the point of lightheadedness, Tis loses her balance. Fortunately, Kaiden manages to catch her before she slumps to the ground. The others nod approvingly. All of us are tired from the various activities today. Everyone makes their way downstairs, but someone calls for me to stay behind. Tell me about it. So I don't understand why Reira targeted me in particular, but that has to wait for another time. What was up with you earlier? Are you mad about something? figured as much, but why? That's not true. What about Reira and Zed? I don't think that's how twins work. Right, I don't think that's how twins work. Speaking of them, why didn't you back me up during the debate? I was fighting for my life out there. You still could help me out, even just a little. But it's okay. I'm just glad to have you here with me. You're someone I can trust no matter what. Of course I am. Your name is Steven Fies? You're 19 years old and we've known each other half our lives. Steven, please, stop being this paranoid. Stop always being this paranoid. That's true, but I cut myself off. Steven has every right to be suspicious or even scared of me. I need to approach this from a different angle. After taking a deep breath to compose myself, I addressed my best friend with a gentle tone rather than a defensive one. Steven, look at me. You can calm down now. Well, not in the way I expected it to. I'm glad my strategy worked out in the end. Unfortunately not. I have no idea what's going on, so I'd actually appreciate having some insider info. But I thought you were innocent as well. What on earth did you do? Depends on how bad it is, but alright. Yeah. I mean, listen, I probably would have done the same. It's like sometimes I even still think back to when I was in high school and my class, we were on like some trip or whatever, and yes, I was still very concerned. I will say, I will preface that I was very concerned because she really could have hit her head, but my friend at the time, we were crossing the street and biker just came zooming out of nowhere and basically almost collided with her. And I literally had to turn away so I didn't burst out laughing. But yes, like I said, I did care. I did check up on her. But at the time, it was hilarious. So maybe I'd end up here too for having a complete lack of empathy, according to them, but like I said, I did check on her. I did. Made sure she was alright. But I could not help laughing. Oh, Envy! I completely forgot about Envy. He adopts an exaggerated philosophical tone. Naturally, I play along. Or maybe you wished you were an old lady. We both laugh at our silliness. I see what you mean, but doesn't that go directly against our task? Doesn't trust explicitly involve letting your guard down? I attempt to playfully hit him, then get interrupted mid-swing by an involuntary yawn. Right, we should probably go to sleep. You're not the one who stole my weird new phone and then made a huge scene for nothing, so it's okay. Besides, not everything I've experienced today was bad. I'm extremely lucky to have you here with me, and Forrest was unexpectedly nice too. don't really see what she had to gain from that, but sure, I'll be careful. We wish each other good night and head to our respective rooms. Pull up my DA and press on the newly added lock icon. Promptly the door emits a satisfying click. I plop onto the mattress, suddenly overcome by fatigue. After fighting so hard to get this bed back, it seems a lot more comfortable than it was this morning. What feels like the first time in my entire life, I fall asleep without the help of a Dreamani. Alrighty. I think we'll stop here for today. Oh my god, where'd my voice go? But yeah, we will stop here for today. So obviously if we did the quick demo, we wouldn't have got all this lore, I guess you could say lore. Yeah, I do like it so far. I'm very curious to see what the full game will look like. For artificial selection, this is the name of the game. Oh, status? Oh. Or... Oh. Oh, right, we didn't look at all the profiles. So we have said... I know I said I don't particularly care. Also, I was right there, Gluttony. But I just don't like the fact that he's shirtless. I don't like that. I really don't like that. Oh, okay, so she's the older twin. So, she probably came out at like 11:59, and he came out at like 12 on August 7th. Because I'm like, they're twins, but they have different birthdays. So, that's probably what happened. Oh, we got old people in here? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I know 23 is not old. But considering, like, what is the youngest here? The youngest I've seen is, like, 18. So is there one boy and one girl per group? Now that I'm noticing. One boy, one girl per group. Okay. Like, when I first saw them, I'm like, you both look like you're prideful people, and I hate it. I really hate it. Right, so who's the oldest, actually? I think the oldest we've seen is 24. Oh, we already have some friendship. Wait, this is 5, right? Wait. I love how we already start off pretty well with our bestie. I mean, it makes sense, because we are best friends. Envy, huh? Oh, when did we get one with her? Is it because we already, like, visited her? Wait. When did I get one with him? What? Wait, when did I get 2 with her? Huh? How does this stuff work? Wait a minute. Okay, she's the oldest, 25. Okay. So 25 is the oldest, and 18 is the youngest. So wait, that means technically Sid is the youngest person here. Since he's 18 and his birthday is the 7th of August. Because hers is May, which puts her before the twins. Okay. I see, I see. Alright, let us return to the title screen. Yeah, this is gonna be the end of stream. I know it wasn't very long, but after having to deal with stomach issues last night and this morning, and then having to do laundry, I'm just really tired. So the fact that I was able to even be here is kind of astounding, really. You know what? I'm not gonna read it. Like I said, I'm tired. Well, there's enough back there. So, yep, that's gonna be it for today for today's Choose Wisely Fest Day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for, I think it's Imperial Grace? I'm probably wrong. I keep forgetting I'm not signed in on here. Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly check. Right, tomorrow's Imperial Grace. Yep, tomorrow's Imperial Grace. And then we'll do more Psycho Sleuth on Friday. Oh yes, I really want to introduce you guys to Vampire Therapist because it's, like I said, it's fun. Again, I'll also reiterate like what the game does. Don't take Vampire Therapist as like, what's it? A replacement for actual therapy. But I think it also said it was like, backed up by like real facts and stuff like that, I think. I'll have to look at it again. But yeah, don't use it as like free therapy or whatever. Alright guys, thank you for hanging out, and I'll see ya tomorrow!